We learn several things, not just from our bosses, from our peers, from our stakeholders, from family members, but also with machines like this. If you've not seen my earlier videos, I did something called Learning the Nixon Moments Riding a Motorcycle. So here's the link, give it a watch. The other one I did was on Dunning-Kruger effect, and I used my motorcycle as a metaphor for the same. Try and watch this video, the link is out here. So, working in the corporate for 2.5 decades taught me one very, very strong lesson, and which is that if you want to be successful, you don't necessarily have to do different things, but you have to do things differently. I still recollect my first job, and it's still so fresh in my mind. My first job was with a manufacturing unit where we were producing leather shoes and exporting it to the overseas market. The first 6, 7 months was just to understand the tricks of the trade, understand how manufacturing is done, be on the shop floor, look at the assembly line setup, familiarize yourself with the whole process. I think after 6, 8 months, something struck to me. Now, before I go there, most often than not, our intuition would actually say, hey, just get your head down and keep working, securing orders, manufacture, and export. But I did something counterintuitive. I walked up to my managing director one day and said, look, I've been in the shop floor, I've been studying the plants or the machines out there. Why are we only restricting ourselves to manufacturing leather shoes? Because I can see that using the same machinery, we could actually produce leather garments as well. And that actually surprised my managing director so much that, he quickly called the general manager of the factory and started discussing, and there you go, we actually expanded the product range. It's not about doing different things, but it's about doing things differently. So if you do things which are counterintuitive, it works as a springboard for you to leap ahead in your career. Now that story from my first job is so fresh in my mind, and I thought I should share with you. Having said that, let's get on the bike and talk a little more about this. And if you're in a corporate world, and if this is your first job or you've already been there in the corporate world for a couple of years, what exactly you should do. So on the ride and on the road.
Okay, what I'm going to do now, I don't want any one of you to try on a busy road or in speeds less than 70 kilometers an hour, right? So you need a good open stretch with no traffic, and your speed limit has to be above 70 and above. Okay, I'm at 60, so let me try and touch 70 first. Now I'm 70. I'm going to switch on the cruise control just to show you what I'm trying to explain on this ride today. You'll see the cruise control is on now with the red button. I'm going to set it. Let me hit 70. Okay, let me go a little faster. Yeah, there. If you see the green is on now, which means it's set to 76 kilometers an hour, right? Okay. As I said, don't try this on a busy road. So I've got my hands off the handlebar. Now, the question I'm going to ask you is, if I have to turn towards the right, do I need to pull my right handlebar or my left hand? I am at about 75 kilometers, okay? Now I want to turn right. What do you think you're going to do? So intuition is, okay, I'm going to turn right. Let me just pull right. It's going left. If I want to turn left, I want to pull left. It's going right. See, pulling right going left, pulling left going right. Now that is called, let me just cancel my cruise control. That is called the counter steering. So I'm going to try this again now. Okay, let me set it for, okay, 62. I've set the cruise control at 62. I'm going to pull my right handlebar to see where it goes. The moment I pull my right handlebar, my bike starts going towards the left. If I pull my left handlebar, it's going towards the right. See, I'm pulling the right, it's going left. I'm pulling left, it's going right. That is what is called as counter steering. So today's lesson is about the fact that counter steering on a motorcycle is equivalent to being counterintuitive at your work and at your personal life. Counter steering and counterintuitiveness, right? Both are interrelated because in life also at times you have to pull in the wrong direction to ensure that you hit your goal or you progress in life. Let me pull the bike aside.
Well, you may be wondering, I don't believe this counterintuitive stuff and counterintuition, but let me try and show you that even statistically, this actually works. There's a game called Monty Hall. If you get a chance, take a look at the internet or YouTube. So the game is very simple. Most of you would have already seen this. Now, there are 3 doors, and behind one of the doors, there is actually a gleaming sports car. and the other two doors have joker. So for the sake of this experiment, let's assume that you and I know what these doors have, but I'll show you how the counterintuition works even statistically. Now, the host of the game knows, behind which door the gleaming sports car is. So let's assume here I'm showing you three doors: door number 1, door number 2, and door number 3. Door number 1, there's a joker behind it. Door number 2 actually has the gleaming sports car, and door number 3 also has a joker. Now, what does the host actually do is basically ask the participant to guess the door behind which there's a gleaming sports car that he or she can take home. So let's assume you would choose door number 1. Now, because I've drawn it out here, you and I know that there's a joker behind door number 1. And then what does the host do is he would actually trick you and say, look, I'm going to open door number 3 to show you what's behind it. Opens the door, and there's actually a joker behind the door number 3. Now he'll ask you again, say, hey, are you sure you want to stick with door number 1? What happens at that point in time is we think, okay, there are two doors and there's a 50% chance of getting or winning the car. So I just stick with door number 1. But that's the intuition that's telling you. That's intuitive. But what's the counterintuitive part of it is where statistics become very interesting. So just to rewind a bit, so the three doors, there's a car behind one of the doors, which means every door has a 33% chance of having a car. You chose door number 1, and you and me know there's a joker behind it. The host opens door number 3 and shows you a joker. So basically, now you've got two doors left out. So if each door has a 33% chance of winning a car, the remaining two doors actually have a 67% of winning a car, which basically means switching from door 1 to door 2 will help you win the car. And that is what, ladies and gentlemen, is counterintuition. So statistically also, thinking counterintuitively or taking a counterintuitive action actually helps you win a prize.
Have been quite heavy, right? I rattled a lot of things sitting by that beautiful water canal that is going by. Thinking counterintuitively or doing something which is counterintuitive is difficult and uncomfortable, not discomfort. What words am I using? Uncomfortable. But the reality is that's where success lies. So I want to leave you all with this thought. Look, when you join an organization and you're there, let's say for a couple of years, the most intuitive thing people do is to just do their job really well. And I have interviewed hundreds of people for roles that they apply, which is the next roles. And when you actually speak to them and you start posing questions to them, most of them are talking about the job that they're currently doing and how well they're doing. But what they don't understand is that's not what the interviewer is looking for. The interviewer is looking for skills for the next level, not for the role that you're already doing. Because why would I hire you for a role that you're already doing and promote you to the next level, right? And this is where my honest suggestion to everybody who's out there looking to grow in the corporate career is, guys and girls, don't just do the intuitive things. Don't just put your head down and work. Ask questions. You have a process that you're doing in a certain way. Ask the question, why am I doing this? What is the benefit? Can I do it differently? What are the problems my department is facing? Can I solve the problems? What are the challenges my boss is facing? Can I be of any help to my boss? Can I solve his or her problem? Now that counterintuitive thinking is what is going to shape your career in an organization, because you will do things which are not at all conventional, and doing unconventional things is what gets you the mileage and what gets you through the interview. So tomorrow when you get back to work, ask yourself, what is the counterintuitive thing that you're going to pick up? So I'm hoping that today's video would help you understand what is counter-steering and how counter-steering is so similar to counterintuition, and sometimes pulling in the wrong direction is going to take you in the right direction. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I'm going to bring this vlog to an end. Please do take good care of yourselves, and if possible, someone else too. On that note, I'll see you again in the next video with more value. Take care. Bye for now.